What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am hella excited because I'm finally getting the chance to talk about Heretic. Now, Heretic was marketed as a religious horror, and it's written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, both of which, who usually work together, have worked on multiple horror projects over the past 5 years or so. This project specifically covers two sister missionaries from the Church of the Latter-day Saints. They're making their house calls, and they're coming to this guy's house, and soon they realize that this guy is not who he seems to be whatsoever. That man, Mr. Reed, is played by the one and only Hugh Grant, and oh my god, seeing him in this role was fantastic. I feel like it really added to that needed charm, because realistically at the end of the day you start to wonder what is really keeping these women here, obviously besides the fact that they're trapped, but he is so charming and he's a great conversationalist, so I feel like it's easy to understand where the women, specifically Chloe East's character, is coming from, because he's such an intriguing individual. And speaking of the girls, Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East were amazing, but I just feel like Chloe East specifically was fantastic. I feel like they both had wonderful chemistry, especially together, but Chloe East really just brought something to the table non-verbally with her acting, with her facial expressions and her movements and her body language. I feel like she did a lot without saying too much that really made her stand out in this role specifically. Now, both of these actresses actually, if I'm correct, grew up in the Mormon church, and they're not Mormon anymore, but that definitely helps them kind of add some insight to the film and add a whole different dimension to their characters as well. And also, on the topic of Sophie Thatcher, she has a cover of Knocking on Heaven's Door at the end of this film that is fucking fantastic, and the way it lines up with the blurry title card at the end of the movie leading into the credits, oh my god, mwah, chef's kiss, my guy. The opening credits were beautiful as well. I don't know if I'm tripping, but I don't think I've ever seen that specific aesthetic used to do the opening credits, and I just really liked it. I thought it was really satisfying. Going back to Mr. Reed and Hugh Grant in general, I thought the first half of this movie was very intriguing. Genuinely, the way that Hugh Grant plays this character and their chemistry back and forth between him and these two actresses and how they play off of each other and the points they're making, I thought it was very intriguing. I thought it was executed very well. If I'm being honest, I could have watched an entire movie of them just talking in the living room. But then again, I love religious debate. I love talking about religion. I love talking about politics. So this movie really spoke to me in that way. This movie is not for everybody. I feel like there are a lot of people that would find this movie boring as hell. I was not one of those people though. I do think this movie was more of a thriller than a horror. It wasn't really too scary. There were some parts, obviously, that kind of got under your skin. There is a little bit of gore in there too, obviously, without getting too into spoilers or whatever. But it definitely wasn't as scary or as horror oriented as the trailer made it look, which I guess is a detriment on me for watching the trailer in the first place. But overall, I feel like there were some choices towards the end of the film that I wasn't a huge fan of necessarily. There were a lot of fun points made by both sides. I just feel like they're points that you've heard or read before in a book or online or seen in a YouTube video or seen on Facebook or something like that. This isn't necessarily anything new philosophically or in regards to religion. It also kind of leads me to wonder why he did this in the first place. Like, was it these missionaries specifically? Is he just a Reddit final boss? Like, his entry-level intelligence really shows towards the end of the film, so I'm just wondering if this is something that he had planned. Like, what does this nigga do outside of this whole thing? You know, that's just what I'd be wondering. Maybe I'm just stupid, honestly. As far as the cinematography, I think my favorite shot of the year is towards the end of this film. I think, like, right towards the end of this film, and I'm not gonna give it away, but if you know me and you watch this movie, you definitely finna know what shot it is. Favorite shot of the year. That was amazing. It kind of reminded me of that shot in Midsummer where it transitions between her going from the apartment bathroom to the airplane bathroom. I fucking love shit like that. I love camera movement like that. that scratched a certain itch, man. I don't know what to tell you. But like I was saying earlier, there were just a few things that didn't necessarily fall into place for me, didn't make sense for me, especially towards the end. Like I said, I don't know if they're plot holes or if I'm just stupid, so let me know in the comments if you guys struggle with that as well. But besides that, I love the fact that it didn't get weird. Like, you have this older man with these two younger women. Nothing got weird. There was not a scene in this movie where it's like, okay, well, now this nigga being creepy. Like, he was never creepy in that way. He was just creepy in other ways, and I kind of respected the hell out of that, if I'm being honest. But I'm feeling a 3 out of 5 on this movie. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you guys thought about it. If you liked the video, make sure you actually like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I love you guys so much. I gotta get my hands on that fucking blueberry candle, man. A24 website bugging. You know what's crazy? I'm a triple A24 member, and still they be sold out. Granted, they be sending gifts, you know, they be looking out for me sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like when it's something that I really want, like that fucking talk to me hand, sold out constantly. I digress. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Fuck off.